Finally tonight, a story about an NFL player who had too many collisions. Brian Schaefering played in the trenches in high school, college, and the pros. A few years ago, when he was just 32, he looked like the rest of his life was going to be hell. Well, as I learned a few weeks ago, it's not. Through the eyes of editor Bill Bennett, we give you the Brian Schaefering story.
That ain't never gonna happen.
Although the Hazelwood East grad refuses to put on a Hazelwood Central hat, Brian Schaefering is having fun.
This hat will never be on any picture, video that I have ever did. I promise you that.
It's a long way from where Schaefering was 2 years ago when we first started profiling him. This is Brian having a panic attack in Dr. Rick Lehman's office. He was depressed and in pain.
The mood swings are very drastic and can be very aggressive sometimes, and he has to either go for a drive or go in the room and just sit in the dark by himself.
Schaefering was once a star player at Hazelwood East, Illinois, and Lindenwood. Then he spent 4 years in the NFL trenches. He was a part of a Cleveland Browns defense which once hit Tom Brady 17 times in one game. But when Schaefering retired, the pain, both in his brain and in his body, was almost unbearable. He needed heavy medication just to get through the day.
How many pills were you taking?
Oh, I was upwards. I at the worst point in time, I had 21 prescriptions. You know, I was taking anywhere from 3 to 4 times a day. So I'm upwards of 80 pills, 75, 80 pills a day.
Dr. Lehman, who was treating Schaefering for orthopedic issues, suggested medical marijuana.
Well, medical cannabis has 2 components. One's an anti-inflammatory component, and one is a feel-good component, THC. So it actually acts to relax your brain. It's a little bit like alcohol, releases your inhibitions, and it does deal with your pain. So the THC component gets rid of his pain, but it also makes him much happier and allows him to relax. And that's what the cannabis is doing. It is allowing his brain to relax. He doesn't have all the side effects of the medications he's on, so he can think clearly, but he's also in a much better place and in a much better mood.
On this day, Schaefering was having fun at Kerry Davis's football camp at Lutheran North, teaching the kids his craft. He's lost over 100 pounds and is a completely different person than the dark person we once featured.
He's looking good. He seems to be feeling good. He's got a smile on his face again. So I'm happy for my guy. I'm happy to see him healthy and well.
The easiest way that I can explain it is it makes it to where I can deal with stuff. You know, I don't care about little stuff. The little stuff that I go through on a day-to-day basis, it just makes me not care. You know, and I can function at somewhat of a normal, I mean, what can be normal right now for my life, you know, and it makes it easier for me.
Cannabis is not for everyone, and there are dangers.
For people that are just staying high all day long, then yes, you're gonna have a demotivating person. They're gonna sit around, they're not gonna be very active.
But for Brian Schaefering, it gives him a chance at happiness.
It's changed my life. Like you don't even have to ask me, you can ask my wife and kids. My kids literally told me that when I take my medicine, because they don't know anything else, but I gotta go take my medicine, because the same thing with my pills. You know, but when I take my medicine, they say, we like you a lot more when you take your medicine.
Schaefering moved his family to Colorado last week, where marijuana use is legal. Kyle Turley, quite a few other ex-NFL players have a similar story, in a great deal of pain and don't like what it does to them after taking 80 pills a day.
And I remember your last story on him. What a change.
Absolutely. Different man.
Thanks, Frank. And there you have it.